Hi, I'm Linda Cullen, and here's the card I created for the Summer Loving blog hop. To get started, we're going to use some flowers from Flower Patch, the Thanks So Much from the BYOP, some floral framelits, a couple flowers out of the Flower Flare framelits, and letters from the Little Letters Thinlits. Our colors of ink, Bermuda Bay, New Watermelon Wonder, and Crushed Curry. We got a 2.5-inch circle punch, the Bird Builder punch, and the Project Life corner punch. And in the new catalog, Cherry on Top DSP Stack. Great colors. We're going to cut several of the different color sheets into 1/2 and 3/4 inch strips. So we stamp in Bermuda Bay, the Thanks So Much, Watermelon Wonder, and Crushed Curry, the flowers. We're going to stamp out the Thanks So Much with the 2.5-inch punch, keeping the sentiment towards the bottom of the punch. Now we're going to use the framelits and the Big Shot to cut out our flowers. And the magnetic die makes it really easy, but you got to tweak it just right. Let me put those through, pop them back out, set them aside. And now we're going to do the letters. The Bermuda Bay letters, we just want, however, don't worry about them. I'm going to use the paper piercing tool to punch out the M so I can run a second M. Now we're going to use the paper piercing tool to get all the individual letters out of the dies. You can use some wax paper. I find it's a little more of a nuisance with these little letters, seeing they have so many holes. They're easy to punch out with the piercing tool. But if you prefer, throw some wax paper. Now we're going to spell out the word summer, and I used the M to space for the second M for the Bermuda Bay. And you saw me check it with the card base to make sure they weren't wider than the card base. So now we're going to run the M through again to get the summer. And now we're going to peel all the letters out. So here we're going to take all those strips, and you just want to put a little snail on the back and line them up. The first one you're going to line up with the edge of the paper, and then each one after that you're just going to line it right up next to the one before it. So they're all right up next to each other and you can't see the paper behind it. The Whisper White on the back is the end size that we want. So these all hanging over is just fine. So what we're going to do is use our paper snips as a guide and cut off all the excess, and even along the edge. And then we're going to grab the corner rounder and just round 2 sides of the paper. So set that aside. Now we ran the floral framelits through the die and use it as a base for our greeting. And now we're going to attach that to the card base, and you're going to see my glasses peek in as I make sure I line it right up to the edge, and then trim. And so we're just going to use, I keep using snail here to attach everything. So now we're going to use the wing from the Bird Builder punch, and I'm only going to punch out 4. So, and 2 of them for the leaves are going to be together on one side. Make sure I figure out where I want it. And then the other 2 are just going by themselves individually on 2 other sides. And then here we're going to use a dimensional to pop that image up over the greeting. Now I'm using a chalk pen and just making slight little dashes like faux stitching around the Designer Series paper panel. Just adds a nice little extra effect to it. And now we're going to add the summer. We're just going to add it with a little bit of snail. And I added a lot of little places so it didn't get all curled up. And we left the Crushed Curry a little bit longer so that we can trim it and get the word summer right in the center as we like it. And so now we're just going to add snail to the back of all the letters and apply them inside for an inlay effect. Kind of makes it stand out a little better. I tried it with just the letters and kind of got lost. So you kind of needed both and this really cool inlay. Oh yeah, I got to get the little middle out of the R. Stick it all in. And there we go. Done. I hope you enjoyed this video and stop back again Thank you. Bye.